Good day, guys. Hopefully, you're keeping it with your prayers around the world and you're praying for people. We should be doing it constantly, seeking God's will in our life, praying, right? We know the rapture is a true thing and it's coming up on the historic timetable. Now, the rapture is something totally different from the second coming of Christ. Two different things. What I want to talk to you about is the rapture. And to do a proper study of that, so you can understand, I'm going to give you a list of scripture. Now you should be looking at John chapter 14, verses 1 through 3. You should be looking at Romans 8, chapter 19. Let's look at 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 7 through 8. Chapter 15, verses 51 through 53. We're looking at 1 Corinthians 16, verses 22. We're looking at Philippians chapter 3, verse 20. We're looking at chapter 4, verses 5. Colossians chapter 3, verse 4. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 10. Chapter 2, verse 19. Chapter 4, verses 13 through 18. Chapter 5, verses 19. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 14. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 1 through 8. Look at Titus chapter 4, verses, or 2 Titus, or Titus chapter 2, verses 13. Look at Hebrews 9, verses 28. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. Look at 1 Peter 13. Or look at 5:4. And finally, we get to Revelation 2, verses 25, and 3, verses 10. That's how I conducted my study. And I came to a conclusion, guys, that all of the evidence that I came up with, I felt that the timing of the Bible is secure. And if we look at what all those verses say, we should be looking for Christ to come. Now, no man knows the time nor the hour, but it says in the Bible, we shall know the seasons. We're in the seasons. Just look around you. We have wars and rumors of wars. There's diseases and pestilence all over the place. But the main thing we've seen, that the actions of people is really cold towards Christians all over the world. Now think about that. Study up on what I just told you. And I'm not claiming to know everything. So if you come up with something, share it. And I would love to discuss with anybody any information you come up with. You guys have a good one, and be blessed and continue on with your prayers around the world. Bye-bye.